hundreds of thousands of Yellow Jackets, this day has finally come. A day to celebrate and cherish, to congratulate one another, and to share with friends and family. And for the Institute, it is a day of honor and commemoration from the transformation from student to graduate. Today is Commencement Day at Georgia Tech. Hello, everybody, and welcome to McCamish Pavilion here in beautiful Atlanta, Georgia, as we get ready for our final commencement ceremony over the last 3 days. 6,500 degrees have been confirmed or will be confirmed when this one is done, and over 5,000 people will walk across this stage. My name is Bryce Zimmerman. I'm with the Institute Communications Department here at Georgia Tech, and I'm joined by someone who will be on this stage maybe in a couple of years, Rebecca Wang, who is a student here at Tech. And Rebecca, always exciting to get, at least for us, to get to this final commencement ceremony, but everybody here has worked so hard to get to this point.
Right, and as a second year, I just finished my second year. It's crazy to think that I will be walking across the stage just like you guys in a few years, and that's super exciting, pushing me to finish my degree.
And we want to know about this. So as always, we want you to share this on social media for Georgia Tech. How can people do that today?
You guys can post on Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook with hashtag GT24 to show off your grad pictures, and we will repost them.
So we are sitting here at the Ramblin' Rec desk. We're going to interview students. We're going to show you some student stories and talk about some wonderful things going on here at Georgia Tech. The excitement is palpable up here, but down on the floor, it's even juicier. Let's go down to Evan Atkinson and Siobhan Rodriguez down on the floor.
Appreciate that, Bryce. Yes, we are here on the McCamish floor, and as they said, use those hashtag GT24 for all those photos that we will be posting. But myself and Siobhan will be highlighting as many students as we can get to down here on the floor. We are here today to highlight all the people who are crossing the stage, right? That's why we're all here, is to celebrate them, celebrate their hard work. But Siobhan, I have to ask you, this is our fourth ceremony in the last couple of days that we've been doing. But how do you feel for this one, even though it's the last, but I'm sure not least?
I mean, even though it is the last one, I think this is the most exciting because, you know, everybody has worked so hard to get to this point, and it's just a bigger celebration. And I'm really excited just to see everybody reach that final finish line and celebrate all together.
No, I couldn't agree more. I really love commencement weekend. But like I said, we're here for the students, so let's get into that. We're going to send you back to the rec desk to introduce you to our first one.
Thank you, Evan. Thank you, Siobhan. Thank you, Evan. And what I'm thinking is last one, best one, right? Okay, did not get the crowd reaction. Last one, best one, right? There we go. Well, many students at Georgia Tech have long dreamed to come to this campus and pursue their higher education. Some of them even set foot on campus when they were kids, like Courtney Curtis.
I'm Courtney Curtis. I'm a fifth-year biomedical engineering major here at Georgia Tech, and I'm from Douglasville, Georgia. The first time that I came to Tech's campus was in elementary school. I used to come on the weekends for kids club and seismic, so I was introduced to the campus at a very early age. But my dad got his master's degree here in civil engineering. Sometimes we would come to campus with him and hang out. Since I had grown up like pretty much around campus, I felt really comfortable applying here. I first gravitated towards BME at one of the events that I had gone to on a Saturday. They had a panel of BME students that were talking about like their experiences and what it means to be in BME and everything that they do here at Tech. And I thought that it really fit with who I was as a person. I will be an R&D product engineer at Owens & Minor, primarily working with medical apparel, which really ties into my hobbies. I got my first sewing machine when I was 9, and I've been sewing pretty much ever since I sewed my first stitches through my finger. I'm not someone who like gives up or quits. So you sew through your finger once, that doesn't mean you're gonna sew through your finger again. It comes with a learning curve. The first thing that I sewed was a dress for my sister, and pretty much just picked up speed after that. I've sewn dresses, skirts. I sewed my sister's prom dress. And fun fact, I actually sewed my graduation dress. So I'm looking forward to wearing that at graduation.
And here we are with Courtney at the Ramblin' Rec desk. And one of the things that you talked about that I don't think made it into the video about being a part of Seismic and the Kids Club here at Georgia Tech is just how much bigger the campus felt when you were a kid compared to now. So what was it like watching this campus kind of transform, not just buildings going up and new additions, but also for you as it shrunk down in your student career?
I would say that it kind of has shrunk down. I think when you're like a tiny, like 6-year-old kid walking around campus, it feels really, really big. But now I feel like it's not as big as I used to think it was. I can get across campus in maybe like 15 to 20 minutes. So it's definitely become like somewhere that feels smaller now compared to when I was a kid. So yeah.
All right, and Courtney, I love the fit check today. You have a lot of sashes and cords going on, and from the video, you sew your own graduation dress. So tell us about the process of that and give us a little fit check.
Yeah, so this is my graduation dress. I have so much like going on, but I decided to go with like a stretch fabric. It's my first time ever working with stretch, which is really exciting, but also really scary. I broke a lot of needles. And I also wanted like a cute little like lace moment. So I have like a lace cutout at like my knee, which I think is really cute as well. But yeah.
What got you into thinking I'm going to sew my own dress for my commencement?
I didn't like anything that I saw online, honestly. I didn't like anything that was like in any of the stores, and I also am not huge on spending a lot of money. So if I know that I can do something that I want for cheaper, then I'll just do it myself.
All right, and then is there anyone you'd like to shout out in the audience today? Any family, friends?
Yeah, so my whole family is here. My mom, my dad, my brother, and my sister, and my boyfriend as well. They're right over there. So yeah, thank y'all for all of like the support and everything over the past 5 long years. And I love you all.
That's a wonderful shout out. Just truly well said. And I like the wave. We'll wave. We'll try. If you want to wave to us, we will wave back anytime you want. So thank you so much, Courtney, for stepping up here. Let's send it back down to Evan on the floor.
All right, I am here with another student who is graduating today. I just pulled her out of the stand, so she was not prepared for this. But please introduce yourself and tell everybody what you're getting your degree in today.
So my name is Naomi Michael, and I'm getting my degree in aerospace engineering.
Okay, so I do want to ask you, there's a lot of options here to choose from, but you chose aerospace. What made you think that aerospace was for you?
So since I was young, I knew that I had interest in space, and I slowly transformed into getting more interested into aircraft. So I just always had a fascination with aerospace, and I knew it was where I wanted to be.
Okay, and I'm sure you guys see this lovely outfit she has on. That's one of the main reasons we saw her and pulled her out. I have to ask you, this looks really cool. What kind of inspired you to wear this, or is there a certain reason of why you decided to wear this dress today?
So this is a traditional Ethiopian chemise, which is a dress, and it's really important to me just to represent my culture, especially since my community is really who supported me growing up and bringing me to this point where I can celebrate my graduation.
Okay, and speaking of the community, before I let you go, is there anybody here you want to say thank you to who's in the audience or maybe watching online?
I'd really like to say thank you to my family. I'm just so grateful and thank you for everything that you have done. My boyfriend is here, my dad, my mom, my stepdad, everybody, just thank you so much for being here and supporting me. I couldn't have done it without you. My brother, I love everyone so much.
All right, Wes, nobody here can do it without their community. I'm glad you gave your thanks. But right now we're going to go back to the desk because I'm sure there's a few more students we want to introduce you all to.
Thank you very much, Evan. I'm standing here now with Su-min Lee, who is a biomedical engineer and soon to be a graduate here at Georgia Tech. And Georgia Tech kind of became a home for you. Tell us about how that was different from maybe the experiences you had in the past.
So I was born in Korea and raised in Guam, and it was a very difficult transition for me, like moving from one country to another that speaks a whole different language. So it was always hard for me to find a place where I can call home and find really belonging. And Georgia Tech really became a home for me. There are so many clubs that helped me to be part of this community and so many friends I made along the way. I would like to thank Figure Skating Club. Before coming to Georgia Tech, I didn't really skate at all because there are no like ice skates or ice rinks in Guam. But spending time with friends and really honing into my skills on figure skating really led me into compete in the collegiate levels as well. And I'm really glad to be able to represent Georgia Tech and be part of that community and be supportive for younger population or younger generations at Tech to help them be more successful, not just academically, but also making friends and finding your home.
Awesome, and it looks like you're making a big impact on campus as well. So Suman, other than Figure Skating Club, you're very active on campus with your other organizations. So what are some of your favorite memories from those as well?
So I'm founder of Proud to Be First. So I'm first-gen student as well. So I'm really glad to be able to make this Proud to Be First, where I can represent first-gen students and help students find better resources on internet. So it's essentially just a website where you can find all the information in one location. So I'm really glad to help Dr. Troy with her first-gen initiative and also be part of that amazing team helping out building this website.
And you're soon to have a degree from Georgia Tech. What's on the horizon for you, Suman?
So I have two options right now. One would be going back to Korea and working at a pharmaceutical company. And the second would be doing master's degree in Germany, Munich.
Do you have a favorite, one you're leaning towards?
I'm leaning more towards Germany right now.
Oh, wow, very cool.
Finding another home.
Wow, Mrs. Worldwide. So speaking of, I bet there are people who came a long ways to see you. Is there anyone in the audience or online watching that you'd like to shout out today?
I would like to shout out to all my friends and my families. So my grandma's here who raised me since I was a very little kid. I'm really grateful for all the memories that I made with them, and then their support. I would not have been in this place if I didn't have their support.
Well, Suman, like each one of you, if you're not already, is going to be an alumni of Georgia Tech, and we have a very special message from the Alumni Association here on campus.
Another wonderful video showcasing all of our wonderful alumni here at Tech. And I have another soon-to-be alum here. We have Anika Banerjee, who's graduating with her degree in biomedical engineering, but she also has kind of a musical side. So Anika, tell us about your musical background and about your a cappella group that you had here on campus.
So in addition to learning about STEM, I've always loved music. So here I joined Infinite Harmony, Georgia Tech's co-ed premier a cappella group. And after my first 2 years, I became music director of the group. And it's been such a lovely experience. When you do arts at Tech, you can really see the passion that people put into things besides schoolwork here. And it's such a wonderful community.
That is very interesting because when people think of Tech, they don't really think about the arts. So what made you gravitate to participating in artistic groups?
One thing that I was told coming into Tech was that it's really important to have some kind of creative release or something to do that's fun outside of schoolwork. And for me, that's always been singing, it's always been music. So I knew that I wanted to join a musical group or two once I got here.
Now, you not only sing, but you also play instruments as well. So you were also in the marching band. And how was that experience? Of course, also playing at games and things like that. Tell us one of your best memories.
I loved doing marching band here and being in the saxophone section. there's such a beautiful spirit that the marching band brings to all Georgia Tech events. I'd say one of the highlights this year was definitely going to the Gasparilla Bowl in Tampa and seeing our team win and having a comeback season.
That's a really great memory. I'm sure everybody has that great memory too of that great victory. Now tell us, who is in the stands or maybe even watching, supporting that you want to give a shout out to?
So I want to shout out my parents, my mom and dad, and my aunts and uncles that came here from the Northeast, where I'm from, and all my friends that are also in the stands here today, and then my a cappella group, Infinite Harmony, that's watching at home.
Oh, that's so awesome. Thank you so much, Anika. And I know for a fact, Evan also has another student with a really incredible background too.
All right, yes, I am here with Austin, but I'm gonna have him introduce himself and tell everybody what he's getting his degree in today.
I'm a fourth year getting my degree in computer engineering, so very excited to graduate today. And during my undergrad, I've focused a lot on medical devices and startups outside of my degree.
Okay, and speaking of devices that help people, you're part of a really, really cool club here called TOM. Tell everybody about what you do and I guess why a group like that would be important here on campus at Tech.
Yeah. So I work on an organization here called Tikkun Olam Makers, and essentially we create technology for those with disabilities. So we match teams of students to individuals or families that have a neglected disability, and we make a custom solution for them. And in terms of why we think this is really important, we follow a motto called help one, help many. So by helping those who tend to get overlooked, whether it's not having enough money or not having the proper resources, we're making the world an overall better place. And we think that's just as important as making the $1 billion startup problems.
Okay, you guys really have to look up this organization, Tom. They really do a lot of really amazing things here at Georgia Tech. But Austin doesn't just do things to help people there. He also helps people in the dorms, right? I think you were an RA here on campus. Why choose that as something to do here at Tech, right? You could probably choose a lot of different things, but you chose to be an RA. Why an RA?
Yeah. I've always been really big on helping others, and when I was coming to college, it was about a year and a half before I was really able to find anything that I got passionate about, and that was my RA role. So I came to school during COVID, same as a lot of people here, and I really wanted to make sure that all of their experience was going to be better than mine. So I've been doing RA for 3 years. I've been getting them pointed to all the right resources, being both a mentor and a friend to them. And I've really just enjoyed the role the whole time I've been here. So a lot of people do it for the money, but honestly, I would do it for free.
No, that's awesome. As you guys see, Austin is someone who's really here to help people. But your journey's not done, right? After you cross the stage today, let everybody know what's next for you. And then after that, take the opportunity to thank some people who are in the audience or online who've kind of helped support you along this journey.
Yeah. So I will be going out to San Francisco to work at a company called Palo Alto Networks, cybersecurity company, and I will be doing software engineering. And in addition to that, I'm really excited to be in the Bay to work on some of the startup projects that I have. And then people I want to shout out today, my family sitting here in the audience, my parents, grandparents, my brother Logan, sister Kira, my girlfriend Bethany who's sitting out here, and then all of my other close friends that are graduating today. I really would not have been able to make it through this degree without all of them helping me along the way. So very grateful for all of them today.
All right, y'all, that is Austin Rowland. And notice he's even got some cores, right? That means he's earned some honors here. He has really, really worked hard. But right now, we're actually going to send you a video about one of Georgia Tech's biggest campaigns, Transforming Tomorrow.
Our students are different.
The current students at Georgia Tech are the future of our world.
All they need is for someone to support them, and they can create whatever it is that the world needs for them to create.
We're the top source of STEM talent in America. We produce the most women engineers in America. We produce the most aerospace engineers in America. We have that local, national, global impact.
Georgia Tech really prepares you for that real world next step.
It gives me a ton of confidence to know that what I'm learning, I'm going to be able to apply. When I go to class, I know that the things that I'm going to be learning are beneficial, and so it makes me want to pay attention more. It makes me want to ask questions.
There's an emphasis on what you're doing with your scholarship. How are you involved in campus? How are you involved in the community? Being a leader is about what you're giving back. It's about investing in others.
Every student, no matter how bright and capable they are, they still need an opportunity to be a human being, not just a human doing. When we involve our broader Georgia Tech community, I think there's a really good opportunity to really make a meaningful, measurable change.
And if we give them the right tools and the right resources, we know that our students really can change the world in a whole bunch of different ways.
It's going to be the grandchildren of the students that we're giving these opportunities that someday will benefit from all of this.
I am absolutely glad that I decided to come here.
Transforming tomorrow.
The campaign for Georgia Tech.
More and more of the audience is starting to file in. You might be wondering, why are these people at a desk in the middle of the stage? Well, you are watching Commencement Live, when we're highlighting many of the Georgia Tech students. They'll be walking across this stage in less than an hour. It's always a fantastic time, and we know that this is a moment where just about everybody, Rebecca, is taking photos. And what do we want them to do with those photos?
Yeah, and you see Buzz running around. Make sure to snap a picture and post it on Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, or any social media platform, and tag us, #GT24. Share those pictures, and we'll love to repost them.
Now, you may be wondering what each individual graduate is wearing, what those colors mean. For more on our regalia, let's go down to Evan and Siobhan.
Yes, we are going to talk a little bit about the students' regalia today. I want to make sure I have this right, so I have a few notes, right? And we have a few models here who are going to help us out. So each student's regalia is actually made of 100% recycled plastic bottles sourced from landfills. So each outfit, between the cap and the gown, has about 23 to 27 plastic bottles in each outfit. Now, our bachelor students here wear the traditional black gown with no extra sleeve material, but they'll of course always have the Georgia Tech seal on all regalia. Now, our master's students that you'll see around, of course, they will have full-length sleeves that come to a point, and they will also have master's hoods that, of course, represent the degrees that they are getting today. And as our two models here have, if you see cords on these students, that means they have earned it. That means they have earned honors, high honors, or the highest honors. So if you see those cords, make sure that you congratulate these students because they really have earned it. I'm going to pass it to Siobhan. So instead of just having us models, we can actually learn a little bit more about these young ladies.
They're such troopers. I literally pulled them from the stands, and they're so excited for this moment right now. So I have Alexis and Su-young here with me. So Alexis, tell us a little bit about the student organization you were a part of.
Awesome. So I've been part of the Residence Hall Association since my freshman year here, and their motto is Grow, Lead, Unite. And as a part of this organization, we've been able to bring community to our residents. We're given a budget every semester, and we're allowed to spend that money on events. Residents come in and put in the bills themselves, and it's also an outlet for them to raise any concerns they have, and really just helps get their voice to upper housing and anything that they need. So it's been a wonderful time. I've been a part of the grad and family community for 3 years, the best community on campus.
That is awesome. So tell me a little bit of maybe a special moment that you've had here at Tech, or what has this moment meant for you right now to be here at the finish line?
Oh, it's been so crazy. There's just so much. It's like overwhelming how exciting it is. There's been so many people to support me. I've been a part of so many things. I've been a TA, I've been taking classes, I've been a part of Residence Hall Association. So just seeing it all come to a close is really a lot, but it's also been so thankful and grateful for everything.
That is so awesome. And Su-young, tell me over about your student organization.
Yes, I'm repping my student organization Bits of Good today. I was an executive director. Yeah, my friends are over there cheering me on. Yeah, I was an executive director at a social good organization. We code apps for our local nonprofits, and serving as executive director has been such a wonderful experience at Georgia Tech.
That sounds so much fun. Now tell me, you're at the finish line right now. What does it mean to you? And I know that you have family that are watching from afar and supporting you. So tell me, what does it mean to you to be here at the finish line right now?
Oh gosh, okay. Well, I recall running the Pi Mile race this semester and really going to that finish line thinking that, wow, this is it. When it comes to running through the finish line, it's every nights and days where all my friends and family were either here in person or back home in South Korea, just like telling me that I could do it, I can keep going, that I can make it, and thanks to all of them, I'm here today.
Of course. All right. We talked about a lot of support and getting you to this point. So how about we give those people the shout outs that they deserve? So Alexis, who's here supporting you today or watching online?
I've got my dad, my sister, my grandmother, and my uncle, and my other half of my family's at home. My mom, my brother who graduated on Friday, her parents, and then all my family that's watching online, and my friends supporting me here in the stands and also online. Thank you for everything. I couldn't do it without you.
All right, Su-young?
Yeah, here at the ceremony, I have my host family, Maya and Chanda, and my friends, Vanessa, Edmund, Natasha, Katsuki, and Stephanie. Thank you so much for joining me. And back home in Korea, 엄마, 아빠, 할머니, 동생들, 수민이, 수영이 사랑해.
All right. Well, thank you so much, ladies, for being our models today, and congratulations for getting to this point. And now we have another student with a wonderful story to tell right now.
I am from Atlanta, Georgia, and so I went to Atlanta Public School. Before my senior year, I actually conducted research here through a program called Project Engages, and it's a program to basically expose underrepresented community minorities to research. And so for a whole year, I worked on a project to develop a sensor that detects cancer in its earliest stages. That opportunity was like what struck like a light bulb in me, and I realized like I really did have a passion for research. My freshman year, I was accepted into this program. It's an NSF program called Cell Manufacturing Technologies. And so I was matched with a lab in Mayoes, Puerto Rico. In that lab, we worked on regenerating heart tissue. So that summer, I just worked on growing heart cells. And with that project, I was able to then go on to different research conferences and actually like present my research and like win some prizes. Doing research actually helped me with my academics because I was also applying principles I've learned in the classroom. It's like really like just continue to fuel like my passion and drive to continue on like within this degree. I'm a student coordinator for Project Engages. Being a student coordinator has like really like kind of like ignited my fire and passion for paying it forward and giving back and being a bridge to those who are coming behind me. This is like my why. In my last year, I just wanted to see like what was industry was like before like I settled on wanting to go to graduate school. So last May, I decided to do a co-op, and with that co-op, I did it at Johnson & Johnson, and that actually kind of changed the trajectory of my future, like after graduation. I'm super, super excited to join Johnson & Johnson in one of their leadership development programs. So I'll actually be starting as a global trial associate. Sometimes in this field, we can get so caught up in what we're doing and not why we're doing it. And so participating in programs has like grounded me in my why.
And here we are with Kaela on the Ramblin' Rec desk. And Kaela, you know, you go through your resume and all the types of research that you did at many different places. And you talked about it a lot in the video that kind of changed course a couple of times. But I want to know how Georgia Tech coming here, how that played into your role when it comes to research, because we are known as one of the best research institutes in the Southeast, if not the entire nation. How did that factor into you saying, this is where I want to go, and then pursuing that research here?
Yeah, so I actually, as you can see, I participated in a research program in my high school at Georgia Tech. So early on, I was able to see all of the facilities that Georgia Tech has and all of the funding that they put into research. And that kind of just fueled my zeal for scientific discovery. And so I knew that I wanted to be at an institution that really drives like student discovery and discovery outside of the classroom. And just talking to other, like my friends that go to other schools, I thought this was normal, but at other schools, they don't have like the same resources that we do, especially when it comes to research. So I've definitely feel like blessed and honored to study at an institution that has allowed me to,
Yeah, it's so wonderful that you took advantage of all the amazing resources that Tech has to offer. So apart from this research, what are some of your other favorite memories you've had at Tech? And then leading up to now, how do you feel about graduation?
Yeah, I've had a lot of amazing experiences at Tech. I've participated in the Challenge program over the summer, and that's where I was able to build a community here. And really just inside the classroom, the friendships I was able to make, the different projects I was able to work on. And yeah, I don't know, it just feels so surreal, like to be here and done, so yeah.
All right, shout out time. Who do you want to say hi to?
Yeah, I just want to say hi to my family, Aunt Joanne, my friends, Ryo, roommates, yeah.
All right, you'll be walking across this stage in a little bit. Our thanks to Kaela for joining us. Let's go down to the floor with one of our cybersecurity graduates.
Thank you so much.
I'm here with Meenakshi, who's just earned her master's in cybersecurity. We were currently here just talking about her very, very cool time here with the red team. So tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah. Hey everyone, it feels surreal to be here talking with you just before the ceremony starts. So first of all, I have to say that my journey in cybersecurity has been adventurous, and the School of Cybersecurity and Privacy has definitely been a second home for me during my master's degree. The coursework was not a joke, but man, it was rewarding. And I'm excited about a project that I'm working on currently, which is an automated web security analysis tool. Why it's cool is because it brings penetration testing and security tooling to everybody, regardless of who they are or what their background is. So it's a real passion project for me. And of course, it was not just all work and no play. I was immersed in the vibrant community of Georgia Tech, where I got to engage in lively discussions with the Grey Hat Club and like hone my strategic thinking with the board game club. Where each moment was like a chance to learn and grow alongside my peers. And winning the CSE chess tournament was definitely a highlight. It's more than just a game, it's the strategic foresight, which is like a common skill between both cybersecurity and chess. It teaches you to think from the adversary's perspective, anticipate their moves, and always stay a step ahead. So it has been great overall, and I would definitely love to thank my professors for their mentorship. I'm honored, and I am eager to move it forward.
That is amazing. I can barely play checkers, let alone chess. So congratulations on winning first place on that as well. Now tell me, do you have anyone here that is supporting you or anybody you want to give a shout out to today?
Yeah, for sure. A big shout out to my cousins who flew in from California, and my uncle and his family who's here in Georgia, and of course a ton of love from my parents, my friends, and my baby niece who's all tuned in from India watching on the live stream. I couldn't have made it without all of you. Thank you so much.
Oh, that is so awesome. Thank you so much, Meenakshi, and congratulations on getting to this point. And now we are going to go over to another student, Omar, who has a wreck of a time of driving the wreck.
What I miss the most about driving the wreck day to day is all the smiles and waves you get. Everyone smiles, waves, jumps up and down, asks for the horn. And it's that small thing that makes them happy that also makes me really happy to know that I'm able to make people feel that way. I'm from McLean, Virginia. I've been there my whole life. And then I picked Georgia Tech because it's a really large research institute. I was really passionate about that. I actually didn't know industrial engineering existed before I came here. I was mechanical engineering. I added a math minor because I love math. And when I found out that IE existed, and it's really just the application of math in kind of a business world, I fell in love. And as soon as I took my first class in it, I knew that was more for me than any mechanical engineering class I'd taken. My view of the rec really changed a lot. Initially, when I first saw it, it was the pandemic, and that definitely raised my spirits. I thought it was really cool to finally see it in person. And then once I joined the club and I got to interact with it more often, I realized how much it means to people. I did not fully know how to drive a stick shift, so it was definitely a big difference, and I will say, even if you do know how to drive stick shift, there will be a slight learning curve on this car. For me, I was able to give my family a ride around campus on a game day, and I was able to make sure the rec was at the dance marathon last year after a few years off. I was also able to give a ride to my admissions officer, who was very helpful in the process of getting here into Georgia Tech. So it's really cool to be able to reach out to the parts of campus that mean a lot to you and then give them a rec ride to show your appreciation. I want everyone to know who's watching this that you can always ask for a ride in the rec as long as you're not a first year. Just yell at us, wave us down, and we will give you that awesome moment that you've been waiting for that entire college experience. It means a lot more because it's the small moments that matter that many people don't see, but it can turn people's day around, and I really, really value that.
We call this the Rec Desk, but you have actually driven the real Ramblin' Rec, which we are always honored to have someone who's been a rec driver. And I have to know, a lot of the maintenance done on the rec, y'all do yourself. What was the most difficult challenge you had running maintenance on the rec?
So the hardest part of fixing the wreck for me was the carburetor, so it's your fuel system, and it was completely busted. We couldn't drive anywhere, and I built 3 of them actually so that we have 2 spares in the back in case the current one also breaks if we're ever driving around.
All right, and Omar, apart from the Rec Club, you are part of Electrify GT. So tell us a little bit about that and maybe your favorite memory in it.
So Electrify GT is something that me and a few other people in Delta Chi started 2 years ago. And my favorite memory about it is all the late nights we had working in his house trying to get it off the ground. And the result of our first partnership were the 3 Mustang Mach-E's that GTPD is driving around today, and I think they look phenomenal.
All right, and is there anyone in the audience you'd like to shout out today, Omar?
Yeah, so I have my family here with me, my mom, my dad, my brothers, and then online I have my high school best friend Luke watching and some other important people to me, so I'm really excited they're able to see me cross the stage.
All right, a rec driver set to cross the stage in just a little bit. You can go a little bit slower than you did on the field, all right? Take your time. Let's get back down to Evan, who's with a couple more of our students.
Yes, Bryce, I am here with Abby Stockman. So Abby, you made a couple different changes when it comes to your major, but you settled on industrial engineering. What made you decide to finally settle on industrial engineering?
Yeah, I really liked how industrial engineering, there was so much opportunity and I wasn't stuck in one specific area. There's so much that you can do with it. So that's really what led me to industrial engineering. I specifically found a passion for data analytics, so that's kind of what I hope to pursue with it.
Okay, it sounds like you made the right choice. But you were also involved with an organization for mental health, a nonprofit organization. Can you tell everybody the name of that and, kind of why a group like that is important, the kind of stuff you guys are doing?
Yeah, so I was a part of If You're Reading This Georgia Tech. If You're Reading This Georgia Tech is a mental health organization that spreads awareness about mental health, but also lets people know that they're not alone in what they are feeling. So we host different letters from students, faculty, and staff. We also put on some wonderful events like a walk for suicide awareness and raise a lot of money with that and create a great community with that as well.
Okay, Abby, that's some really good work that you're involved in there. But you did so many things while you're here. You had a couple cool internships. I think you had an internship with Tesla that may be leading to something in the future. Can you just let everybody know what's next for Abby as she crosses the stage for that?
Yeah, after graduation, I will be working at Tesla in June as a global supply chain analyst. I had a really awesome experience there and happy to go back to Austin, Texas.
Okay, that sounds really awesome. But I'm not going to let you walk away here without saying thank you to the people who are here to support you. I know you have some people who are not too far away supporting you, but just say thank you to anybody who's here or online.
Yeah, thank you so much to my wonderful parents for always encouraging me. Thank you to my 4 brothers for flying from across the country and one from Germany. And to all the people that I cross paths with, thank you for the impact that you made on my time at Georgia Tech.
All right, y'all, that is Abby Stockman. I'm going to pass the mic right to my right with Siobhan, who is with another amazing graduate today.
Thanks, Evan. Yes, I'm here with Methili. Hi, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm very good. Now, you had a lot on your plate. Not only were you pursuing the program here, the OMS program in analytics, but you also are a mother to a 15-year-old, and you were working full-time. I'm a mother myself. Please tell me your ways and how you did it.
Wake up at 4 a.m. and do your homework. This will be the first time after many years that I won't be waking up at 5 a.m. That feels great.
Well, yeah, that sounds good. I have to probably work my schedule to get to that point too. So tell me, what is next for you after graduating here?
Sure. This is my second master's now that I've completed. I'm really looking forward to continuing education. I think tech is infectious. I might be doing a few more courses here, but really looking forward to furthering my career in data science. I'm hoping that this is an inspiration to my 15-year-old daughter, Anika. A big shout out to her, because without her, I wouldn't have been able to do this master's.
Oh, that's wonderful. And you are actually moving back to India after being here in the U.S. for 20 years. And you have family in India. Do you want to give them a little shout out as well?
Absolutely. A big shout out to my daughter, Anika, my husband, Sumit, who is actually a Georgia Tech graduate from last year, from an OMSA graduate. I have some friends and family here. My sisters, Monica has flown down from Chicago. My friends, Shraddha and KK. A big special shout out to one of my best friends, Bruce, in Boston, who's been an inspiration for this program.
Oh, that's fantastic. Thank you so much for joining us, and congratulations and best of luck on your next journey. And now, Bryce and Rebecca, back to you.
Thank you very much, Siobhan. I'm here with son Graham, who's a computational media student. Wave hi to everybody, son.
Hello.
Thank you so much for joining us. And computational media, I mean, there's not a lot of you, but this is a really cool major. Why did you get involved? What are your favorite parts about being a CM?
I love being in two schools. I have a scholarship under the Ivan Allen College. I'm a Dean Scholar, and then I also have a scholarship connected to the College of Computing. So it's really nice getting the best of both worlds with my classes, and also getting to know all the people that I'm graduating with is really nice as well.
All right, and son, outside of the classroom, you were president for the Asian American Student Association for 2 years. So tell us about your experience with that and maybe some of your favorite memories you have with it.
Yeah, after COVID, it was really nice to bring the organization back. And especially being chosen as Student Leader of the Year last year really made all my hard work worth it. I was able to meet so many amazing people and put on so many amazing events that especially highlighted like Western Asia, Middle Eastern, and South Asian communities.
All right, and son, what's next for you after this?
So I'm staying in Atlanta, and I will be working at Truist Financial as a UI UX designer.
All right, shout out time. Who do you want to say hi to out there?
My wonderful mom and dad are in the audience. My stepdad's here, my godmother's here, and then my best friends, James, Keo, and Jason are in the audience.
That's a loud cheering group you're going to have on both sides of the arena when you cross the stage.
Oh, yeah.
Well, son, thank you so much for joining us. Once again, another fantastic student to bring up here on the stage. We've got one more to introduce you to. On the video screen, you'll watch a video about what I think is one of the coolest student trips that you can have at Georgia Tech, as Denny Dimitrova went to Antarctica at the end of last fall.
I remember when I first told my parents about it, they kind of couldn't believe it. They were like, why would you go? And I was like, why would I not go? It's such an incredible opportunity. I was really impressed by the scale of just, you know, you would look to your left, look to your right, and your head, we would, you know, because we're from Georgia Tech, we would kind of like guess what the angle of our head was and try to guess how tall what was next to us. And you just think to yourself, like, how does this exist? We were in such a magical place. Seeing the penguins too, just like right next to you, that's just like the most adorable thing like you've ever seen in your life, and it felt really untouched, and I think that's a really special feeling. So the first like 2 months after we came back, I just was like really unsatisfied with sitting in class. I wanted to make sure that what I do as a job has like an actual impact. That's kind of why I've switched a little bit of my focus to something that I think can serve greater kind of conservation space. I was really lucky. I took circuits classes in high school, kind of on a whim, and then that turned out to be my passion. It's really something that made me light up. I really like the amount of makerspaces on campus. I honestly spend a lot of my free time there. It's not only a space where I can work on school or my own personal projects. A lot of my kind of ECE friends are there like all the time as well. And that's what's so cool about tech. Opportunities we've gotten here are just like next level. I think a lot of us really value having a comprehensive education, if that makes sense. Understanding culture and people's different perspectives. I think this school also brings together a lot of very different perspectives, and it's been really helpful.
And here we are with Denny. Quite a different view here than it was in Antarctica. Probably more people seated in this arena than go to Antarctica in an entire year. And it is not easy to get there. You flew down to Ushuaia, Argentina, and you had to cross one of the most treacherous stretches of water on the entire planet. And I know that you had not been in a boat for very long before that. Tell me what that journey was like, getting from South America to Antarctica.
Yeah, absolutely. So we also encountered some plane issues. We were delayed 2 days, and then eventually I got super seasick on the Drake Passage, like many other people do. Was bedridden for like 2 days straight, but it was all worth it in the end.
And then not only are you seasick, then you get to Antarctica and you're paddling, what, for 7, 8, 10 days in a row? It's not like you got any breaks.
No, absolutely. But it was so worth it. We knew we would never, or hopefully again, maybe get that opportunity to go back. But you really can't miss out on anything there. Everything is just absolutely gorgeous.
So you come to Georgia Tech, you get the opportunity to go to Antarctica towards the tail end of your career, but there's a chance that your career at Georgia Tech or maybe somewhere else might be extending. What are you going to be up to next?
Yeah, absolutely. So I hope to continue on with my master's degree here at Georgia Tech in electrical and computer engineering.
You going to go to Antarctica again if the opportunity comes up?
In a heartbeat.
All right, who do you want to say hi to out there?
Yeah, I want to say hi to my family. They're sitting over there. They're waving. Shout out Zach, my brother. My family in Bulgaria, it's like midnight over there. Zdrasti, babo i djado. And like just all my friends. Yeah, thank you.
All right, thank you, Denny. And you will be walking across this stage in just a little bit. We're getting closer and closer to the start of commencement, but we do have one more student to introduce you to down on the floor.
Thanks, Bryce. Yes, I have another well-traveled yellow jacket, Mari over here, with her degree in industrial systems and engineering. Now, Mari, you have studied abroad 3 times. That is incredible. Tell us about your experience abroad.
Yeah, so I'm a part of the international plan, which is the reason why I was able to study abroad so often. And it was actually one of the reasons that I came to Tech. I was very passionate about studying abroad, even as a high schooler. So I was able to go to France at GTL. And then I also did research in Germany this past summer and did an exchange in Spain last semester.
That is amazing. Now tell me, which country did you enjoy studying from more?
I like them for different reasons. I can speak French and Spanish pretty well, so I was proficient when I was in those countries, whereas German, I'm more of a beginner in the language, but the friends I made in that program this past summer really was the best, so.
Oh, that's so much fun. Now, you were a part of our Georgia Tech Club swimming team. Tell us about your time there and what fun things you guys had as memories.
Yeah, I was involved in GTSC, shout out. We did a lot of fun stuff. We had travel meets. I went to FSU, Auburn, Clemson. We also hosted nationals here, which I was a part of. I ordered the awards. I also got to see friends from when I was in high school swimming coming here to Georgia Tech to compete, so it was an awesome time.
That's so much fun. Now the big fun part. Tell us who you have here or online supporting you today that you want to give a shout out to.
Yeah, I want to say thank you to my parents, my brother, my aunt and my cousin, my boyfriend and his family, as well as my grandparents that couldn't make it, and other family that are watching from home.
All right, congratulations, Mari. Thank you so much for joining us. Now, Bryce, back to you.
All right, we are now literally minutes away from the start of your commencement ceremony, so we need you to quickly as you can get to your seats because we have some things that we need to go over to make sure that this is a smooth process and you end up at this point shaking Dr. Cabrera's hand at the right time. Okay, so the first thing that I want you to do is make sure that you have your grad pass ready. Does everybody know what grad pass is? One final lesson here at Georgia Tech. Take out grad pass, put your screen brightness all the way up, and screenshot your grad pass now. You do not want to rely on Wi-Fi. There is a lot of people here in the building. Make sure that you've got that grad pass up. So what will happen is we have a lot of different majors here today. We've got interdisciplinaries, we've got College of Engineering, we have OMSC Analytics, and of course we have a lot of engineers there in the back, ISYE, biomedical, civil, industrial, all of them there in the back. And what's going to happen is the members of our Georgia Tech team, they're going to come up to each one of your rows individually. They'll walk up to your row and they will pick you up. You know what? I'm just going to go ahead and get down here. Okay. So they will come and they will lift you up out of your row. You'll stand up. This is all after the speeches, of course. You'll stand up and you will form a line on this side here. You can see there's a couple signs of where to stand. You'll get a photo opportunity right here. Okay, as you are walking this way, this is when you want to have your grad pass out, screen brightness up. You'll get ready. You'll move to about right here, and they will scan your grad pass. It will make a beep boop sound. If you do not hear the beep boop, do not panic. It is okay. Just step to the side and they will make sure that you get all sorted out so that you hear your name go over the speaker and your family can cheer you on. All right, once your grad pass has beep boop properly, we start to walk up the stage. You'll be in a line, and that's perfectly fine. You can take your time. You get to about this point, they'll hold you up to make sure that each person has enough runway to get to Dr. Cabrera. As you're walking across, you'll see Dr. Cabrera here, his outstretched hand. You will shake it. This man is going to have shaked over 5,000 hands by the time these last 4 days are up. So don't test your grip here, all right? Give him a break. Shake his hand nicely. You'll have a photo opportunity as well. Then about right here, they will hand you what looks like a Georgia Tech degree. You'll get your real one in the mail. And then you walk down the ramp. As you walk down the ramp, you'll curl to your right, spin move, and you'll get into a line here. You can see where these graduates are coming in, that they have a photo area with a Georgia Tech backdrop, and you'll take your photo there. And there, we actually have perfect models here, Lee. If you spin around, the way that they're walking back down, this is how you will walk back to your seat. And that'll be it. And you can enjoy the rest of the ceremony. Now, we do want to stress that this is an event with over 1,000 people that are going to be walking across the stage. So what we'd like you to do is please be respectful of those so that they get their individual moment. That means, I know everyone likes to shout and holler and clap, and that's fine, but please make it respectable. Same thing as folks across the stage. All you students out there, we do not want any sort of disruption to take away from the momentous occasion that you all are about to experience. We're getting very, very close to the start here of commencement, and I've got a little bit of time here as we're still winding up, so I want to try something. Is everybody listening? We got everybody's attention. All right, here's what I'd like to see. All of you, every single person here has had someone help you get here to this point. Many of them are in the stands. It is a collective success to graduate from Georgia Tech. So, when I point to this side of the arena, I want everyone to yell, "We!" And when I point to this side of the arena, I want everyone to yell, "Did it!" All right? Simple instructions. Let's try it. Oh, come on. Here we go. Let's do it again with some life. Last one, loud one. Yes, you certainly did. We are almost ready for commencement, still waiting for everyone to get in, but we all have our favorite part of commencement, and I think, honestly, that's the first time we've ever done that, and that is now my favorite part of commencement. Thank you so much for being a crowd very involved and invested in your Georgia Tech graduates, but I know each one of you also has your favorite moment of commencement. We get to see a lot of these things. I think I'm at like 34, so what's y'all's favorite?
I know for myself, my favorite part of commencement is when every student gets across the stage, you get to see their friends and family's faces, right? Everybody just sees the success of the folks and the hard work across the stage, and just seeing that and feeling that pride is what makes commencement so special. That's my favorite part.
I think for me, it's probably the loudest part of commencement, but it's all the hoops, the hollers, the cheers from the family in the stands here when their grad's name is called and they are walking across the stage. Actually, I kind of want to hear that right now. Family, how proud of you are of your graduates right now? There we go. The excitement is clear. Rebecca, you are also a student here, and you will be graduating in a couple of years. What's your excitement about commencement since you've been working these?
I am really excited for everyone that is here as well. I just graduated, or I just finished my second year here, and I will be graduating in 2 years. And I'm really excited to be in one of your seats soon, so congratulations for all your hard work. And my favorite part of commencement is definitely just the buzz and the excitement on the floor and in the stands, and everyone just taking pictures and buzz running around. It's really exciting. And at the end, if you look up, there's maybe a balloon drop as well. So that is very exciting.
So as you can see, we still have many more graduates that are filing in, and we want to give them the opportunity to get to their seats before we start today's ceremony. So I'm also interested, we've got the analytics crew right here, right? How many of y'all, show of hands, are online students, right?
Wow.
It's a pretty good percentage. All right, who thinks they came from the furthest away to be on campus today for this commencement? All right, here we go. We got a hand up. Oh, well, we already know you. My Tilly, okay, where did you come from?
Delhi.
Delhi. Can anybody top Delhi? I don't have, that's a long way. Okay, we got another one?
Saudi Arabia?
Saudi Arabia. I don't know. Oh, one up front. Let's see. How far away did you come?
South Korea.
South Korea. I think that's, my geography's a little off these days, but I think South Korea might be our winner. How long was the flight and the travel?
14 hours.
14 hours to be here today. That's pretty impressive. All right, and what about in the stands? Right over here. You just waving, or how far'd you come, or are you just waving? 1 hour from where? What part? What part of Georgia? Douglasville? Loganville. Was traffic bad?
Very stretchy.
All right, you know, speed limit is like 85 on the highway here. Yeah, you can get here a little faster next time. Still have some folks filing in, so you're gonna hear from me a little bit more. All right, let's go back. How about we go back up to engineering? Let's hear from engineering. Oh, well, pit stop. We'll get to y'all. All right, names, majors, what are you most excited about today? You three, go.
My name's Colton Yee.
He's got a cheering section.
I'm studying biomedical engineering. What was the last question?
Last question, what are you most excited about? Obviously answering this question.
Yeah, I'm excited for it to be over. I've come a long way. I'm ready to put it behind me and to call myself a Georgia Tech graduate.
Good answer.
Hi, my name is Nicole. I'm biomedical engineering, and I'm most excited about all my family coming together to kind of see this happen. So.
That's so sweet.
Hi, my name is Corinna Alting. My major is environmental engineering, and I'm so excited to get out. And that's it.
Short, sweet, to the point. All right, let's go back here. We have not forgotten about this group that didn't get chairs on the floor. We love each and every one of you for sitting in the stands. How many of you have sat in these stands before for a basketball game or another event? Oh, good show of hands, good show of hands. All right, this is what I want to know. What is the best job out of college out of this group? Who's got a good one? Who's got a good one? Up here? No? Oh, you're just waving? You just want to say hi? Hi there, I'm Bryce. What do we got? Okay, let's go here.
Going to grad school.
They can attest. Analytics crew can attest to that. All right. Somebody who wants to be on camera? Candid camera? Oh, we got one up here. Yeah, we're going to the stands. Yeah, you and you. We'll hit you both. All right. I get paid by the minute, y'all, so this is great.
So we're international students. We're three from Lebanon, and she's from Turkey, and we're excited to get out.
All right. All right, what's your name?
Ethan.
Ethan, and what's your degree?
Materials Science and Engineering.
You got your cheering section right here. What are you most excited about for today?
Getting to be an alumni.
Getting to be an alumni, I like that. That's good. There's a lot of people at Alumni that are very happy that you just said that. All right, well, we got another one? Somebody else? You're being volunteered? Is this your mom? Oh, I'm talking to her first. Hi, Mom. Okay, so you're obviously very proud. Why did you want me to embarrass him on camera right now?
I love to embarrass him. I couldn't embarrass him all my life, so this is the perfect time to do it.
Yeah, you could do that job better than I ever could. What are you most proud about for your son?
Independence. He's independent.
She said independence, which infers that he has not been independent to this point. All right, we'll give you a chance to counter that argument. You want to say hi?
Hi, everyone. Yeah, to want proof that I'm independent, like, I started traveling alone at like 11 years old for several months for soccer training.
All right, we believe you. We believe you. He's definitely independent. He's a good football player. Oh, good. We have a football team. We don't have a soccer team yet. All right. I think we are getting closer. Let me take a peek over here. We are getting closer and closer. So are we ready? We still got to stretch it out some more? All right, so just so y'all know, the ceremony is going to last a little while. So please do your best to enjoy it. Remain in your seats, take those photos, share them on Georgia Tech social media. This is the most I've ever walked backwards in one. Stop right there. All right, once again, thank you so much for watching Commencement Live. Thank you for enduring the last 10 minutes. Really appreciate that. And it is now time to begin your commencement ceremony. For those that have worn the white and gold, those that are brave and bold, we salute you. Congratulations. Let's have a hell of a graduation, everybody.
Welcome to Georgia Tech Spring Commencement. Students, please rise for the faculty processional.
afternoon and welcome. Buenas tardes y bienvenidos. Please rise and remain standing while we listen to the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well done. All right, please be seated. My name is Angel Cabrera, and I have the privilege of serving as Georgia Tech's president. And before we get started today, I would like for us to take a moment to recognize all veterans, active duty members, and first responders with us today. So if you have served in any branch of the U.S. military or have served as a first responder, please rise so we can recognize you and thank you for your service. Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you. I love to see this building full to celebrate the graduation of these students. And it doesn't escape me that many of you, most of the undergraduate students who are receiving their degree today, 4 years ago, didn't have the chance to have their graduation ceremony from high school. We owe you one. So this ceremony counts double. And we're gonna make sure you have a memorable event. You deserve it. So welcome to the 266th commencement exercises at the Georgia Institute of Technology. We have a few special messages for you today. The first one is from one of our graduating students. And I'm pleased to introduce Kathleen Devlin, bachelor's degree candidate in industrial engineering, with lots of fans in the audience who will give the reflection. Kathleen? Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Hi, everyone. I am a proud graduating fourth-year industrial engineer who's honored to get to speak to you all today. While I do see some familiar faces in the crowd, I thought I'd break the ice with a fun fact about me. I like numbers. Now I realize in a room full of STEM majors and STEM supporters, that's probably not all that fun. It's barely even a fact, really, but for as long as I've known myself, I've found comfort in the truth and reliability of numbers. When I was in elementary school, I asked my grandmother for a calculator on my birthday. In middle school, I developed a number counting algorithm to keep me calm when I got anxious. And in high school, I had my favorite equation framed on my wall, 4/3 pi r cubed, or the volume of a sphere. All this to say that prior to coming to Georgia Tech, I clearly wasn't all that cool. And while I don't feel any cooler now necessarily than when I arrived, I have found a sense of belonging here, unlike any other place I've experienced. This 136-year-old institution and the 47,946 students who inhabit it have truly made me feel at home. I fell in such love with Georgia Tech, I was compelled to give this speech in front of 1,341 of my peers and their 4 closest family and friends. All was going well until I was tasked with the challenge of fitting my 4-year college career into just 3 short minutes. For the first time in my life, numbers failed me. Now, in true industrial engineering fashion, I was determined to find an efficient solution to my problem, and thus decided to quantify the impact. I did the math, ran the numbers, and found that I cheered on Georgia Tech at 51 football games, 39% of which we won, but that's up 5% from last year, so maybe Brent Key is the key. I went to Cookout a total of 18 times, which is actually pretty low, I found out, on the average Georgia Tech student, so whether or not that's concerning didn't make my analysis, but I'll let you decide. I pulled 4 library all-nighters, waited an average of 16 minutes for a CRC bench, met over 625 of my peers, and gave 27 total tours to prospective new students. In all of my analyses, and every different approach I took to get here, there was only one relevant finding worth sharing with you all today, which is that my Georgia Tech career could not be quantified, nor should it be. When we walk out of here today, Georgia Tech will have given us one more degree, a certain number of friends, and hopefully some knowledge we can take with us onto the next phase of life. But the best thing Georgia Tech has given us is an experience that can't be boiled down to just a number. That being said, I do have one more number to share with you all today, and that's 32. The number of seconds it takes to move up this ramp, shake President Cabrera's hand, and swiftly exit off stage. 32 seconds to take pride in the work that you have done here. 32 seconds to celebrate your story that you got to write. 32 seconds to relive every single moment that you shared with Georgia Tech. And so with that, I don't want to take up another second of your time, but rather to say, congratulations to you all. Thank you for letting me speak with you, and I wish you the best 32 seconds this day has to offer. Go Jackets.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kathleen. Really, nerd is the new cool, in case you didn't notice. So, graduates, today you are joining the impressive family of Georgia Tech alumni. This is a community of leaders and innovators, thinkers, doers who are making a difference all over the world. Many of them are here to celebrate your success, and while we all appreciate what you've accomplished, probably no one better than an alum to recognize the hard work that it took to get here. So I'm going to ask, if you are an alum, please stand up so we can also recognize you. All alumni from Georgia Tech, please stand up. I love it, I love it, I love it. So to welcome you all formally into the Fellowship of Georgia Tech Alumni, I'm pleased to introduce Betsy Bulat, an International Affairs and Modern Languages graduate of the class of 2004, who currently serves as the chair of the Georgia Tech Alumni Association Board of Trustees. Betsy? Thank you.
Good afternoon, class of 2024. My name is Betsy Bulat. I'm a proud alumna of Georgia Tech, and I'm this year's chair of the Alumni Association's Board of Trustees. It is my incredible honor to welcome you into one of the most coveted networks in the world, the Georgia Tech Alumni Association. You are now part of a powerful family of over 200,000 members. While each of your pursuits is unique and the contributions of our alumni span every continent, we share the experience of receiving our rat cap, hiking Freshman Hill, and getting good luck on our exams from Sideways. More than that, though, we share traits from Tech. We share the power of perseverance, how to remain cool under pressure, and how to problem solve. Tech taught us that. You have worked so hard to put yourself in the position you're in today. It's one of increasing power and privilege. Use it wisely. As Peter Parker's uncle said, with great power also must come great responsibility. This concept has motivated me since I left Tech. And one way I've been able to give back is through the Georgia Tech Alumni Association. We have been behind the scenes, giving you advice whether you ask for it or not, celebrating your successes, and raising funds towards your student experience. Please stay in touch with us and get engaged. Let us celebrate with you when you accomplish your goals. We will provide you with connections, job leads, networking opportunities, events on campus and in your local communities, and future friendships. Some of my best tech friends are those I made after I got out. You can always call Tech home. It's a very special place, steeped in tradition. And while your time at Tech may be over, unless you're pursuing an advanced degree or another advanced degree, the Alumni Association is with you for a lifetime. May your pursuits be successful, your friendships be rich, and your life be full of buzz. Go Jackets.
Thank you, thank you. So, Kathleen, I'm going to add a few more numbers to your list. 6,474 is the number of graduates from the Georgia Tech class of 2024 that we're celebrating this weekend. From that, yes. Of that, over 2,800 are undergraduates, about 3,300 are master's degree, and more than 300 PhDs. And all these graduates come from over 50 countries around the world. And when I look at all the talent in this room, a thought comes to mind. Think about it. The people in this room together, they know how to build satellites, robots, bridges, medical devices. They can create and they can run businesses. They can help shape better policy. They're versed in chemistry, and biology, and psychology. They can mine intelligence from complex data. They understand how markets work. They understand how government works and how our collective history teaches us about our future. These folks have traveled the world. They can communicate in dozens of languages. They have learned to listen to others, to respect what others have to say, even when they disagree with them. They have learned to work and learn from people who are different from themselves. They're confident, capable, creative problem solvers. They have learned the power of collaboration. They have been empowered to lead. And for all those reasons, they make me extremely hopeful about our future. But for all this potential to make a difference, there's something I need you to remember. And to help you remember, I wrote them right behind me. Those are the two words in our seal: progress and service. These are the two words that define us as a community. They signify our belief in the power of innovation and ingenuity to serve a greater purpose, to improve the human condition. We don't believe in technology for its own sake, but because of its potential to help people live better lives. Now, some of you will join very well-established companies and will help them do better. Others, increasingly more of you, will create your own startups. Some of you are bound for careers in academia or in government. And I know that whatever path you choose, you will be successful. But remember, your true success won't be measured by how much money you make, but by the value that you create for others. Now, don't get me wrong, money you will make. Some of you, lots of it. And when you do, and when you're rich and famous, I will find you. With the help of the Alumni Association, I will come visit you with a picture of a wonderful building that wants your name on it. Yet, now seriously, at the end of our journeys, what will make you proud, what will make your family proud, what will make all of us proud, is what you did to lift others up and to make a difference in the world. No pressure. As we like to say around here, we can do that. and I know you're ready to tackle any challenge that might come your way. Now, today we celebrate you and your accomplishments, and also we thank everybody who was behind you for you to be here, family members, friends, colleagues whose love and support have helped make this day possible. And on behalf of all Yellow Jackets, I want to say to each one of you, thank you very much for your support. We also want to thank all the faculty and staff who have guided and mentored the students, offering time, wisdom, expertise to help them reach their fullest potential. And I'm going to ask that all members of our faculty and staff please stand so we can thank you. Thank you for a job well done. Appreciate you. Now I'm honored to introduce some members of our leadership team who are joining me here on the platform. Please hold your applause as they stand when I call their names. Larry Jacobs is our Senior Vice Provost. Michelle Reinhardt, Vice Provost for Faculty. Bonnie Ferry is our Vice Provost for Graduate Education. Stephen Girardo is Vice Provost for Undergraduate Education. John Stein is our Associate Vice President for Student Life, and Brand Fritz, Dean of Student Chair. Leslie Sharp, Dean of Libraries. Nelson Baker, Dean of Lifetime Learning. Kim Harrington, Associate Vice President for Arts, Belonging, and Community. Danette Jocelyn Gall is our General Counsel. Jen Howe, our Vice President for Development. Jay Fivitz is our Director of Special Scholarships. And Stephanie Johnson, Director of Operations in my office. Our mace bearer today, Richard Oates, who is the Interim Dean of the Ivan Allen College of Liberal Arts. Thank you all so very much. Now, some of you know that I've played different roles at Georgia Tech. I was a student, then an alum, then a parent. I've been an advisor, and now I serve as president. I even found my wife here, Beth Cabrera. We're still happily married. So I know very well that being a Yellow Jacket is something very special. A Georgia Tech diploma is something that you will treasure for the rest of your life. It will be transformative. It was for me, like for so many students through the generations, and I can say proudly, like all of them, that nothing that I have accomplished in my life, whether it's in my career or in my personal life, would have been possible without the opportunities I had at Georgia Tech, without what I learned here, and the people that I met here. So now it's your turn. You are forever connected to this great institution, and we cannot wait to see the great things you will continue to do. It's time to look ahead, to push forward, to go out and make an impact in the world like only Yellow Jackets can. Congratulations, class of 2024. So, you have one last lecture to attend to before you actually graduate, and I brought you a treat. And it's my distinct pleasure to introduce Tiffany Burns, who is a distinguished alumna of Georgia Tech and a trailblazer in the field of business and leadership. She graduated in industrial engineering in 2003. She moved to Boston for reasons she'll explain later. She enrolled at Harvard. She decided to go to grad school there to get her JD and become an attorney. But one degree was not good enough. It's too easy. So she enrolled also in the MBA. But 2 degrees, So she enrolled also in the Kennedy School. So by the time she graduated at Harvard, she got not 1, not 2, but 3 graduate degrees. If that doesn't count as Georgia Tech, we can do that. I don't know what does. So now, as the managing partner of McKinsey & Company's Atlanta office and a leader in global consumer practice, her impact extends far beyond the realms of retail and consumer goods. She works tirelessly to design and implement enterprise-wide transformations, collaborating with some of the world's leading retailers to drive efficiency and innovation. She also played a pivotal role in the creation of McKinsey's 10 actions towards racial equity and helped architect the next 1B program, empowering Black founders to create billion-dollar businesses. Beyond her professional achievements, Tiffany is deeply engaged in the Atlanta community, serving on the boards of the Woodruff Art Center, Leadership Atlanta, and the Georgia Tech Athletic Association, among other organizations. Please join me in welcoming Tiffany Burns, an exemplary leader, philanthropist, and proud alumna of Georgia Tech. Thank you, sir.
Well, first, let me start by thanking President Cabrera and the administration for the privilege of being here. I also want to acknowledge the professors, staff, friends, and family that have surrounded, supported, and enabled this group of incredible graduates. I also want to applaud Kathleen. That was an amazing speech. I don't know where she is, but next time I have to do a speech, I'm going to call you about your 32 seconds. Don't start counting yet, though, last lecture, but that was an amazing message. And to the class of 2024, congratulations. You're here. You made it. I had some time this week to reflect back on the advice I wish I would have had if I was sitting in your seats. And I know this is a very structured thinking bunch, so I'll give you the cliff notes on where I'm gonna go so you can follow the outline, but I really have 3 points. Grounding in gratitude, channeling your yellow jacket grit, and showing up. So first, let's talk about what do I mean about grounding in gratitude. Today is a remarkable milestone. For some of you, it's been many years in the making and maybe even decades. Remember back to your senior year of high school. Remember taking exam prep sessions, writing and rewriting essays, and remember ruminating over all the things you could not control about the college admissions process. Remember how excited you were, though, when you found out that you got accepted. For me, my dream for Georgia Tech started when I was in 7th grade. And I was in my room canvassing my walls with the cover of Vanity Fair and Vogue magazine. And I think Betsy would understand that with those shoes, so we have this in common. But I was canvassing my room, and I told my mom I wanted to be a fashion designer. And she looked at me and said, "You're going to a science camp at Georgia Tech, but guess what? Engineers make a good salary, and you'll be able to buy lots of fashion." And she was right. I went to the camp at Georgia Tech, and Georgia Tech became the destination for me. Now, when you opened that letter or that email and found out you were accepted, think about how you felt. Remember the joy, the palpable excitement, and the gratitude you felt in that moment. There are other smart people who wanted to be here on this campus having this opportunity, but you were here. Gratitude is important because it silences insecurity and doubt, it radiates courage, and it helps to raise you up when you feel low. So I want to ask you guys, as you move forward, ground in gratitude. Take a moment today or even this weekend to just be thankful for everything you've been given into this point. Now, on to my second point, the yellow jacket grit. Listen, Tech is a challenging, hard place. This institution takes the most high intrinsic students and puts them through one of the most rigorous curricula around. But that is not the gift of Georgia Tech. The gift of Tech is not how tough it is, but it's how tough it makes you. Georgia Tech makes you vulnerable. I remember my thermodynamics class when I got a 30 on the exam. And I was looking at it saying, maybe that's an 80 and the professor's handwriting is bad. I even thought about whether the grading score was really out of 40 points, not out of 100 points. But getting a 30% of the answers right on an exam you thought you were ready for is definitely a humbling experience and makes you vulnerable. Georgia Tech also forces you to study harder than you ever thought you would. I remember one of those all-nighters that Kathleen talked about, and 6 a.m. in the morning, and I remember wanting to have 12 more hours, not to sleep, but just to study a little bit more. And I remember the unusual friendships you build when the perfect study group is the only way you're gonna pass the exam. Georgia Tech also intrigues you into leadership roles that stretch you. When I came to Tech, I never would have thought that I would have been student body president or study abroad in Oxford and Madrid or work as a co-op. And I remember in each of those things, I took risks, privileged risks, but I took risks. I remember when I ran for student government, my mom said, well, what if you lose? I don't want you to lose. And I thought, well, Mom, that's not helpful right now, right? But Georgia Tech definitely forces you to take risks, and you grow as a leader because of it. Tech is the first place that most of us have ever failed. And it served up relentless challenge day after day after day, but it taught us how to hustle harder. That is the gift this institution gives you, and that yellow jacket grit will serve you well in your career. Now, it wasn't until I graduated from Tech that I realized how important this was. You know, as Angel said, I went to Harvard, I did a JD MBA and a Master in Public Policy, and when I left there, I went to McKinsey, and now I serve as the managing partner of our office here in Atlanta. And when I think about all of those experiences, I mean, Harvard and McKinsey are two of, I would say, in the world, kind of very high performance cultures. And when I think about those experiences, I'll tell you a secret. Georgia Tech was the most rigorous, formative experience I've ever had. And it could not have been a better training ground for everything else that I went on to do. That yellow jacket grit made all the difference for me. Now, before you guys think I'm saying this is original thought, the idea that grit matters is not a novel one. Charles Darwin wrote that zeal and hard work make all the difference. Nietzsche said it's all about working hard, we just mythologicalize natural talent. And Denzel Washington family said, without commitment, you'll never start, but more importantly, without consistency, that's grit, you'll never finish. And LeBron says, hard work will beat talent every day. And there's even a biological advantage for the experience that you all have had. There's research on the idea of hormesis, the idea that intermittent bursts of hormetic stressors from challenging mental work can trigger a cellular response that enhances your overall health. So think about it this way. Being here at Tech, you've developed a biological cellular superpower. Let's just say Georgia Tech is in your DNA forever. Now, grit will not only serve you well professionally, but it will also serve you well personally. For me, I'm an only child, and I lost my mom when she was 52. And I remember taking a leave of absence from McKinsey to care for her as she was diagnosed with breast cancer. And I remember how hard it was to take care of her, but I also remember how hard it was to lose her. I called on every ounce of that yellow jacket grit that I had, and I was thankful for it. Your class has already had to persevere through a lot of challenges. Your high school graduation and your freshman year were heavily impacted by COVID-19, and you enter the workforce in a very challenging economy. Hard things will inevitably continue to impact you. But know that your yellow jacket grit and your ferocious determination will make all the difference. Now, for my final point, let's talk about what I mean by showing up and making it count. In most of these speeches, about this point in time, someone talks about finding your passion. And I'm gonna warn you, I'm a pragmatist, so I may not be as inspiring, but this is some advice that I wish I would have had. Let's be honest, it might take some time to find your passion. 7th grade Tiffany, remember Vogue and Vanity Fair, and that's clearly not how my life has ended up. But give yourself some grace. Know that you don't have to take on the daunting challenge to find your passion today. You can give yourself some time. The thing I would challenge you to do is make the most of every single opportunity you get. Because being grounded in gratitude and leveraging your yellow jacket grit won't matter if you don't show up when it's time. Now, I'm smiling because my husband Joe and my daughter Noah and my son Carter are here today. My daughter Noah said she was gonna say, go mommy, and I'm very glad she did not, so it's very good news. But this is important context. I've known my husband since we were kids, and we made a bet that we went to Tech together, but we made a bet that he would not go to Tech because he had dozens of scholarships, football scholarships to other colleges, but he doesn't like math, but he doesn't like losing bets even more, so we found ourselves both at Georgia Tech. He is an exceptional athlete, a Georgia Tech Hall of Famer, and he also played for the Buffalo Bills and an NFL alum. And so now I can explain to you, being married to an athlete means you get a lot of coaching at home. I remember when I started at McKinsey and I told Joe, it's not going well, I don't like it, it's not gonna work out. He looked at me, he smiled, and he said, people typically don't like things they're not good at. I don't like learning a new offense. And then I knew the coaching epitaph was coming, just had to wait on it. And he said, all you have to do is show up every day, every play, and do your best. And even though I wanted to roll my eyes, which I often do when I'm getting this coaching in the moment, he was right. I kept showing up. And that's been part of my secret to becoming a senior leader at McKinsey & Company. And over the years, I've seen hundreds of new hires, aspiring, talented people like you all, and the best folks just show up every day. Showing up at work means solving the part of the problem you're assigned with assiduous focus, having intellectual curiosity, and it even means going to the meeting in person when you could join by Zoom. Showing up personally is being there for people in the moments that matter, not because they asked you to, because you know it's the right thing to do. Showing up is full contact, full engagement, and full time. It's having an obligation to engage and make every room you're in better because you were there. I always think about, am I showing up in a way that would have made my mom proud? Well, and dad, you can't leave the dads out, but would have made my parents proud. So I will close by saying you guys are so talented. I think you know that. And you'll go on to solve some of your generation's most pressing challenges, geopolitical tensions, climate change, the AI revolution. I could go on and on. You'll be successful, and some of you, as Angel said, will make lots of money. But don't immediately overwhelm yourself by the overarching long career trajectory. Just start by thinking about what's in front of you, and remember these 3 pieces of advice. Ground in gratitude, channel that yellow jacket grit, and show up in every room that you're in. And I promise that you'll be off to a good start. I wish you all the best in all your future endeavors, and let's go Jackets.
Tiffany, where were you when I graduated? I needed that. Thank you. All right, so we now come to the moment you've been waiting for. Gosh, is it really 32 seconds that it takes to walk up? We'll see. I know some of you guys are going to be timing it. So it is a very meaningful part of your Georgia Tech time. This is walking across the stage is the culmination of a lot of work. But I have 2 requests to make. 1 request and 2 reasons. The request is that after you do your walk, you go back to your seat. Don't even think about leaving this building. I see you. You go back to your seat. There are 2 reasons for that. One is we need to show each other the same respect they show us when we walk. Second, at the end of these proceedings, I will pronounce some very important magic words that will make your diploma official. Should you not be in the room when I pronounce those words, I have no idea what might happen to your degree, and I suggest you don't risk it. So with that, I now am pleased to welcome Provost Steve McLaughlin, who will introduce the academic deans by college, and the deans in turn will present the degree candidates. Let's have some fun.
All right, are you ready? Are you ready? We begin with the presentation of master's and bachelor's degree candidates for interdisciplinary degrees across multiple colleges. President Cabrera, I have the honor of presenting to you those candidates for interdisciplinary master's and bachelor of science degrees who have completed the requirements for these degrees.
Mingkyang Beck, Shantang Kesharaju, Muhammad Yusuf Aldef, Dole Beasley, Nathan Dean Gardner, Andrea DeLuca, Rohit Rao, Avinash Joshi, Stanislav Shaludko, Emily Grace Clemens, Sheldon Michael Greiling, Michelle Kristen Wallace, Allison Nicole Martin, Ronald Lee Mossness, Darren Gregory Clark McEwen, Calvin Clayton Jr., Hunter Wayne Lonan, Salman Ahmed Azmi, Frank Vona, Monica Mengi, Julian Shupak, Henok Nida, Gautam Mata, Jason Banag, Jerry Shu, Martin O'Connell, Divya Srivastav, Irene Lee, David J. Sunderman, Samir Fatehali Gajiani, Hillary Boudreau present, Mackenzie Nicole Campbell, Lindsay Johnson, Kirtan Ramnath, Manvita Kalichetti, Young Swe, Nalini Somavarapu, Sai Sweta Guja, Shinro Lo, Anusha Raghuram, Jane Go Wan Jing, Elizabeth Dowling Pipkin, Hung Jung, Brian Gregory Jagarjan, Jason Edward Howard, Ian Scott Cox, Anuradha Perumalsamy, Huyen Tan Nguyen, Xue Si Ruan, Paige McLaughlin, Nathaniel Paul Clary, Maung Chit Koko, Tate W. Clement, Thea Johnson, Xuan Xu, Tianmin Huang, Jin Ren, Rayid Abdul Rahman, Eric Felix Lee, Patrick Dansel, Kenneth Vallecillo Gonzalez,
Luki Wang,
Dinu Thomas Matthew, Nathaniel William Paris, Ibrahim Mohammed Al-Jaber, Nikolai Hirona Sisan, Jonathan Lee Walsh,
Thaman Al-Sanuna,
Danny Tang, Brian Keith, Amit Dometi, Amrita Singh, Iana Humayun, Rachel Kelly, Elizabeth Yee, Prabkirat Singh Bindra, Maithili Arande, James Allen Cruz, Zachary William Weaselfear, James Insay Wellington, Spencer E. Vore, Evan Burchard, Yu Sun Jung, Sun Man Lu, Lauren Nicole James, Paige O'Shea, Jong Pil Park, Meenakshi Janardanan, Min Pan Lee, Jose Gonzalez Ayerdi, Brittany Lang, Ellen Kachatrian, Garima Gupta, Stan Koo, Jovin Gill, Tejasvi Raju Patel, Riti Bhagat, Connor Lynn Yarbrough Manthe, Jessica Barnum Farr, Stephanie Rose Payton, Yi-Ju Chen, Cody Don Crowfoot, Madeline Elizabeth Kurtz, Jacob David Lessam, Yizi Zhang, Brent Benciabello Davis, Ryan Michael Porter, Andres Quinones, Alberto Esteban Nieto, Andrew Benjamin Alsop, Raven Davis, Vivek Prajapati, Vikas Soni, Kyle Deep, Pramod Chandi Philip, Nicholas Evan Wells, Jeffrey Michael Summers, Sharon Ju, Jeremy Charles Miller, Alexander Drew Winston, Michael Eric Pefferly, Ariel Thompson Cash, Julia Lee, Zhuo Ying Jiang, Amy Christine Defnet, Cassandra Shannon Holland, Alai Lawson, Jeffna Harris, Carrie Robinson Borthair, Lucia Echekopar, Vi Vu Twai Yim Koi Nguyen, Kiran Chagar, Jordan Lee Gressel, Vignesh T.T., Taksh Pandey, Emily Bryans Dobar, Chinmay Pathare, Sean Christopher Capsall, Lalit Sai Mecca, Claudio Christian Fofiu, Idris Omobalaji Kuti, Ivan Stavrev, Julie Chen, Pushkar Sinha, Vania Rama Ginting, Daniel James Lysak, Taylor Axelson, Cale Williams, Macy Lee McGill Larson, Joshua Howard Brown, J. Robert Michael, Michael Kong Min Vu, Yin Pang Fan, Chris Saviona Jerome, Alex Robert Poniatowski, Kumar Subramanian, Zubaid Mushfik, Ryan James Sequeira, Jordan Ginghang Chen, Carlos Galliano, Alexander Christian Reiners, Donald Robert Stanton, Caroline Singer, Dustin Lee, Alicia Lorraine Barboza, Usman Mbe, Christopher Lee Figueroa Cobian, Michael William Genovese, Xin Yue Zhang, Mitchell Cassia, Negar Mohammadi Gassare, Kabar M. Galetta, Veronica Lee, Helena Mae Lindsay, Matthew Ryan Connolly, William S. Yates Jr., Meet Dinesh Parekh, Surya Prakash Senthil Kumar, Shashank Garikipati, Kaushik Karan Geeta Nagaraj, Sohan Anasetti, Pranav Sharma, Vastav Nitin Barambe, Divyansh Singh, Vaibhav Malhotra, Amog Charan P. Chinikonda, Kunal Jere, Natalie Mackenzie Davis, Will Spaeth, Himanshu Virendra Vairagade,
Anu Maharjan,
Navjot Panpalia, Rujita Kortikar Giwala, Arjun Haras Giwala, Michael Ryan Morandi, Varun Kumar Nomula, Osmar Martin Salvador, Abi Brahmanalkar, Lena Daljenle Lee, Kritaprot Tankitikun, Tushar Tawani, Janyang Chen, Jackson Lewis Crandall, David Williams, Hussein Nadim Genai, Christopher Lloyd Lindbeck, Lakshmi Sri Iyengar, Meher Bhaskar Madiraju, Purnima Deu, Sebastian Wyamaris, Yu Huai Luo, Bo Wen Li, Jing Yi Feng, Nikhil Raj Chidaluru, Sanyam Pandey, Smith Patel, Atharv Ramesh Hedge, Sai Sumana Singaraju, Kanishk, Josh Sangvi, Guillaume Eric Tamatoa Tuahiva'a Tetanohiti, Zenobia Sarkari, Qing Yang Liu, Yu Long Liang, Nishchal Gupta, Shalini Joshi, Chirag Thakur, Ruchit Jarambai Vitani, Mantan Joshi, Atharva Rajesh Mariwale, Bhushan Pawaskar, Piyush Kumar Sohanlal Jain, Manviji Pandian, Shuyue Liu, Minye Aaron Wu, Sicheng Li, Nayanika Biswas, Pranay Mathur, Krishanu Agarwal, Shivangi Deu, Pranati Bayapanahali Suresha, Abhinandan Krishnan, Yash Srivastav, Prajwal Bhaskar Bharadwaj, Ankit Agarwal, Krishna Kishore Vidula, Purva Patel, Anushka Sarda, Lucas Ott, Michele Orlandi, Ojis Ravindra Rade, Kevin Fan, Alex Christopher Broering, Tong Zhang, Qiang Wu, Shifel Adam, Siming Zhao, Romi Nilesh Kumar Patel, Nicholas Guanrong Chen, Ameya Vinod Haldipurkar, Harsh Vardhan Baldwa, Zitian Wei, Han Yu Lu, Wen Hao Mu, Yin Lok Feng, Rolling Tan, Pritam Deshraj, Manuel Bentero, Caitlin Alexis Zaragoza, Qifan Li, Qing Lu, Walid bin Khalid, Tanapol Tantaguninat, Vishvarath Balasubramanian Karthikeyan, Suraj Samantha, Mihir Mandar Hingwe,
Vittorio Andres Corbo O'Reilly, Yi Ming Zhang, Bella Liu, Vaishnavi Namani, Arden Davis, Zaria Irawo Ajashin, Alexander Mikhailovich Shore, Sun E. Graham, Ethan Hua Zhao, Shalia Harris, Luke M. Walter, Sela Grace Redford, Audrey Chung, Ramya Ramaswamy, Sarah Hashim Miller, Hannah Grace Wysocki, Taylor Roth, Chase Paul Goulet, Erica Annadale Kaczynski, David Allen Schmidt, Benjamin Isaac Robertson, Derek Allen Adams, Anthony Nicholas DeCesaris, Shrishti Singh,
Yi Qin, Christopher Hovey, Jessica Marie Lilly, Maria Arshid,
Garrett Moore,
Anam Humaira Khan, Chan Tong Su, Arun Prem Shankar,
Joy A. Hutcherson,
Chase Watson, Koi Kwang Din, Zhong Yan Zhen, Bing Rei Zong, Bantu Galan, Yi-Juin Huang, Rachel Baker Ramos, Leah Cho, William Gelder, Claudia Diane Chu, Xingke Wu, Abhishek Parimal Patil, CJ Margwin, Jonathan Moon, Callie Ann Shook, Tian Yu Wang, Yue Yo, Kenneth Yifei Chen, Sophie Yang, Melinda Yu, Ru Qian, Iris Sun, Jing Han Jenna Tao, Se Wei He, Yufei Wang, Josie Marie Benandi, Lena Kim, Arnav Das, Carla Calixto Hill, Dipti Prashant Gupte, Kathy Ha Tran, Autumn N. Presley, Ariana Eloise Mastali, Lydia Burns, Hudson True, Philip Hemkamaya, Matthew K. Finger, Dhruti Nayak, Prachi Parag Chopade, Adviti Atluri, Sidra Morchower, Sydney Page Young, Benjamin Ramsey Mayo, Jonathan Cooper Satterfield, Hamad Ahmed Sheikh, Jean Ray Ma,
Gary Nichols.
Brianna Lee Brown, Ahmed El Husseini, Sika Marie Dembiri, Hazley Kim, Lakshmi Seelam, Namit Kapoor, Asanka Nanayakara, Stephen Bishtawi, Jun Yuan Yi, Madison Akes, Min T. Nguyen, Anshul Saraswat, Varun Paturi, Alicia Biju, Sai Umesh Petkar, Samdup Chopal, Mahima Jaykant, Shraddha Bhatt, Isha Ashish Ponda, James Alexander Raymond Carroll, Prachi Fule, Aman Tivari, Juan Pablo Martinez, Minakshi Shiva Priya Manikandiswamy, Nathan Colis Coelho, Joseph D. LeFew, Ramesh Ramani, Kamal Satuluru, Andrei Vashkiewicz, Christelle Joseph, Menasara Patrick Uchechi Dike, Jasmine Artricia Jackson,
Gayatri Rajakumar.
Mitchell Antonio Martinez, Richa Priyanka, Yavnika Deepak Patel, Eldon Brian Luke, Chalky Dean Mungao, Karthik Arunaparam, Filza Hassan, Ariana Torres, Nicholas Warren Hatcher, Michael Omid Buzzy, Jin Juan Kim, Juan Pablo Viveros Medina, Shin Lian, Ayachami Nagayasamy, Moges Delalane Kelkley, Vanitha Manohar, Xin Yue Li, Yuting Tan, Zhixiao Li, Adam Thomas Stebbing, Joshua Thomas Lorea, Olivia Charlotte Anderson, Hun Son, Kyle J. Kemper, Donna Young, Zoe Ying Hong Huang, Hung Yu Yang, Ung Kyu Lee, Mian Wu, Yuting Shi, Mark Malin, Thomas Vincent Oakes, William James Fairbanks, Sri Bhavana Yedlapali, Akarshita Shankar, Sakshi Bapat, Irawati Jayant Edlabadkar, Pranal Kumar, Kumardwij Bhatnagar, Ranjit Damodaran Andal Radhakrishnan, Matthew Thomas Baxter, Adrian David Oropeza, Fahad Idris, Ryan Kikeri Vaskov, Brenda Paoli Velasquez Santiago, Nok Yang Win, Zihang Hao, He Jan Zhang, Fernando Davila, Joshua A. Simon, Michael Kim, Shreya Varshney, Isaac Thomas Shaughnessy, Hain Tet Zaw, Dennis Reinhold Lang III, Ang Dang, Sujay Yantra Pragada, Vanessa Jasmine Robb, Trinity Tran, Tyler Austin Beck, Brian Ashley Still, Corbin Govers, Jesse Hayes, Ravi Kumar, Siddharth Madhusudan Madikeri, Nathan Casey, Nicholas Young, Barry Allen Hart, Shahira Kanani, Jason Lee Notestein, Peter Yeme Iwane III, Blaine Checkley, Raymond Eternam Agbimi, Robert Charles Manley Jr., Izo Yim, Brad Beatty, Satish Vijayan Upatil, Safia Abdirahim Abdirazak, Chaitanya Mukesh Kumar Mehta, Hardik Shraman Jain, Devashish Vikas Gupta, Serena Tay, Carl Heiner, Yi Chen Wang, Pamela Niogi, Kevin Fernandez, Gerald Achaibar, Gregory Ralph Nias, Jamila El Ghazuli, Spencer Ward Palladino, Salim Ben Gorbel, Akona Msibi, Sandeep Venkatesh, Zing Ko Hlang, Burak Ecker, Jacqueline K. Lam, Chen Liang Wu, Olivia Muller, Abraham Jacob Abraham, Olowatufumi Shorimo, Yemi Dari Ode, Yijing Huang, Juan Francisco Villarreal, Jalen Don Walker, Sachin Shetty,
Nicholas Jin Leone, Alex Peng, Elizabeth Lee Ross, Jennifer Carol Wolfe, Morgan Eloise Whittemore, Dinko Svetozar Dermangiev, Jackie Darris Holland III, Nathan Allen Barr, Daniel Laird Hudson, Lawrence Brendan McCourt, Balaj Karoy Kasala, Gabriel Justin Langston,
All right. I think we're going to start all over again. Associate Dean Damon Williams will present the candidates for bachelor's degrees in the College of Engineering.
Friends, if you know you are graduating from the greatest College of Engineering that has ever existed in the entire world, would you please stand and cheer? President Cabrera, I have the honor of presenting to you those candidates for Bachelor of Science degrees who have completed the requirements for these degrees.
Lila Thomas, Isaiah James Bailey, Natalie Margaret Van Slyke, Daniel Laird Hudson, Lawrence Brendan McCourt, Balaj Karoy Kasala, Matthew Anthony Rondinella, Sophia Wen Trin Tran, Gabriel Justin Langston, Courtney Alexis Curtis, Kennedy Diane Dawson, Robert Patrick Pesh, Colton Yee, Nicole Jessie Maria Fry, Corinna Alting, Sarah Dieters, Natanya Elizabeth John, Jeremiah Bisuk Hasiholan Sirait, Yorick Petar Martijn Stoop, Meghna Jain, Alize Shaheen Pramani, Anya Janice Melendez, Christian Jose Espinosa, Austin Daniel Rowland, Bethany Noel Pena, Dante Raymond Evangelista, Angelo Di Prospero, Mari Helene Nielsen, Sarah Fasu Thompson, Supratim Kundu, Garrett Joseph Jones, Sue Min Lee, Yolana Deanne Thomas, Imaj Ahmed, Quill Orm Healy III, Megan Yunju Yi, Isha Patra, Marshall McDonald Williams, Mohammed Rahil Hussein, Dinesh Sadiq Patel, Mia Stephanie Brunson, Maxwell Perry Gidley, Christopher Brian Fitzpatrick, Ariane Marie Richard, Sia Misha Conan, Emma Ray Downey, Gianna Angelina Acocella, Roberto Martelli, Reed Warren Edward Mock, Cody Allen Deakins, Mervyn Praveen, Rosario Beatriz Reyes, Alexis Jose Ramirez, Lucas Esper, Heta Sutaria, Deborah Sodia, Bashisht El Ganesh, Nevin Arash, Luke Watson Peden, Eva Greiner, Sivasai Ramakrishna Manyapu, Harrison Uten, Manuel Alejandro Fabregas, Renart John Diaz Riolina, Jordan Roderick Petway, Ezra Elias Cateau, Adil Shirinov, Frank Hun, Madison Sky Myers, Gabriel Torres Slish, Eleanor Bell Frola, Anish Kumar, Ross Thorsten Gunther, Connor Matthew Johnson, Michael Davis, Aaron Kelly, Hita Rajesh, Mariam Bastaros, Shruti Sarkar, Lauren Elizabeth Jackson, Desiree Darcy Sievers, Zelda Siegel, Sophia Marie Alexander, Lauren Mackenzie Freeman, Alexis Megan Bate, Alex Wagner, Kaya Mitchell, Stephen Akers, Justin Barkita, Samruti Hemant Ponce, Caitlin Marie Kaminsky, Laura K. Janeski, Nathan Alexander Tanzosh, Lauren Ansley Nichols, Melanie Hope Webster, Pilar Rubio Beltran, Thomas Smith, Alexandra Yelenkovich, Marika Misha Bishvili, Ki Young Jong, Jae-hyung Tyler Shin, Talia Siegel, Jesse DiMatteo, Andre Korowama, Zachary Elias Papa George, Colton Lee Walker, Joseph Francis Ferraro, Alexander Bjorn Snap, John Robert Donahoe, Joshua Caleb Stevens, Andrew Basil Nazareth, George Slaughter, Kelvin Andres Hao Lo, Joshua Contreras, Aaron Ellis Wu, Samuel Glenn Kent, Nathaniel Roy Barnett, Isaac Paul Barnett, Byron Pritchett Jr., Caitlin Louise Warnock, Onkar Ramesh Patil, Carson Clark Lowry, Brooklyn May Canty, Aniela Marie Fifelski-Zaremski, Sabrina Ashley Panlaki, William Leonard, Fatima Wad Jalal, Samina Patel, Jaehwa Bey, Avik Banerjee, Nyla J. Duhan, William Nicholas Edelson, Wojtek Kapka, Omar Atef Garib, Melvin Magdiel Avila, Aya Samadi, Andrew Shee, Caroline Denise Dunning, Cody Kaminsky, Zakun Lee, Noah Bruckner, Connor Lee O'Hara, Yusuf Jafar, Ramon Alberto Grullon, William Harrison Torp, Alexis Irene Wilmot, Rashi Yadav, Ariana Turkiddy, Kevin Jong Lin, Anakit Pushparaj Dand, Daniel E. Fung, Amanda Nicole Hagedorn, Arnav Sharma, Denitsa Georgieva Dimitrova, Benjamin Richard Reno, Nicholas Wynn Van Jr., William Powell Brantley, Alden L. Neville, Evan Luis Sanchez, Jocelyn Victoria Pavlitz, Cayetania Salinas Rodriguez, Aiden Coleman, Cameron Donnell Uri, James Nicholas Meyer Heisey, Samuel Clemon Stockness,
Avi Goel,
George W. Dong, Matthew Christopher Woodward, Michael Hung Pham, Stephen Yuchin Zhao, Nirmal Karthik, John Fox Landrum, Antonio Romero, Sayash Vishnubat, Ayush Ashok Upadhyay, Dhruv Ranjan, Stephanie Yun Young, Ella Rose McGovern, Sarah Grace Ritchie, Greta Mabry Healy, Sonika Nitin Kulkarni, Nishanti Siana Rockwell, Anika Banerjee, Serena Schersaker, Oscar Dominic Baglivio, Naya Balakrishna, Colin M. Khoury, Anush Singhal, Alexander Maxwell Dubé, Mackenzie Willow Poncell, Catherine Elizabeth Cofield, Samuel Noah Dembowitz, Elise Catherine King, Laura Marie Glendenning, Amy Siddiqui, Kevin S. Lee, Ryan Robert Ha, Paul J. Park, Hannah Kim, Deshaun Taylor, Brianna Shea Jones,
Aman Kemka,
Xue Ching Lee, Leo Matthew Kastenberg, Callum Alistair MacDonald, William Richard Ewells, Taylor Douglas Hampson, Ava Margaret Rose, Paula Fiorella Delphine, Ashish Arvind Kabale, Raghavendra Sudhakar Bharadwaj, Whittle Harrison Delk, Aidan Edward Wilson, Hiva Tagian, Helia Tagian, Nathaniel Asher Lang, Kyle Richard Rafferty, William Jake Davidson, Nicholas Rocco Mazzio, Jatin Kamlesh Patel, Stephen Young Jun No,
Milan Mistry.
Meet Paresh Parekh, Ashok Sudhakar Iyer, Andrew Oyang, Kevin Martin Guo, Devin Zachary Newell, James Grayson Kapeloff, James Anthony Nerhonen, Joshua Fletcher Lerner, Shayna Lee Kofsky, Calvin Jang Dong, Jacob Schrader, Suyan Yoon, Amelia Ayers, Aisha Nongme Kapam Sobti, Naomi Werku Michael, Nitesia Lewis, Layla Naja Janae Hayes, Nico Mantione, Clara Chian Ha Wu, Vaishnavi Lakshmi Duvuri, Shona Thomas Kaladanthiel, Annette Gizella, Shanru Dai Shu, Ami Shafali Patel, Irene Fejo Cedillo, Zhong Tian Yong, Kylie Lynn Bain, Skylar Cheryl Powell, Madison Christine Foster, Caitlin Ann Haponic, Sophia Fleming, Shreya Srinivas, Aiden Pierce Kramer, Neil Datta Sarkar, Jedediah Glory Titus, Emily Yidan Shi, Annika Christine Tessell, Cameron Marcel, Jaden Minnick, Landon Cade Ledford, Taylor Collette Daring, Jacob Calloway, Aiden August Javier, Matthew Howard Dembiak, Parker T. Santo Domingo, Anjan Raj Sickle, Justin Shane George, Nicholas Leonard Seedor, Praxedis Luke Sanchez, Nicholas Green, Charles Samuel Connerly Jr., Geronimo Uset, Luke San Tamez, John Hobson Stafford, Wade Jerry Medford III, Xingju Matthew Ma, Leah El Fadel, Michelle Maluli, Marianne El Haj, Alif Kulaksizolu, Justin Saul Siegel, Nicholas Yeoman Harris, Curran Mackenzie Myers, Thomas Edelman, Braden McKay Crone, Christopher Anthony Bodea, El Haji Berry, Jorge Rodriguez, Shweta Soundararajan, Sadie Ann Wicks, Hugh Pendleton Nunnally IV, Joshua Pace, Michael White, Kayla Nicole Watanabe, Leanna Amanda Rose Arnold, Andrew Scheuerman, J.R. Hull, Vikesh Raman Subramanian, Peyton Warwick, Ethan Christopher Pickett, Lavanya Rajesh, Elizabeth Young, Marin Muriel Kelly, Ty Gregory Mancow, Vishwa Malasamy, Kieran Thomas Holton, Madeline Marie Irish, Ryan John Whitletter, Samuel Cochran, Logan J. Nyenheis, Vedant Ruaya, Maxwell Milton Kramer, Ira Maxwell Rosner, Salil Sodi, David Alejandro Gomez Gomez, Anand Kumar Singh, Ava George Ann Silverman, Sarah Michelle Frega, Andres Raphael Martin, Marcus M. McDaniel, Houston Cole Cook, Zayen Bijal Patel, Hannah Grace House, Abigail Rose Stockman, Maxime Beaulieu, Omar Mohammed Khan, Alec Wilson Tubbs, Ayan Maysbeen Moyes Momin, Matthew Joseph Kaminsky, Austin T. Glennon, Lila Victoria Zadell, Brianna Jade Abreu, Carter John Stinchcombe Teagan, Alden Rosekrantz, Emmanuel Cotto Rodriguez, Matthew Bruce Hall, Giancarlo Michael Cicchini, Randy Acosta, Zainab Ahmed, Benna Grace Ingoma, Kaya Nicole Wiggins, Siamalin Krishnathas, Cameron Lewis McIntosh, Taya Elizabeth Cook, Elias George Wintersheet, Grace Godwin, Alexa Bramer, Cole Hardy Burton, Isabella Anna Stagg, Lauren Delaney Wilson, Brody Ray Smith, Riley Alexander Butcher, Diana Lalieva, Elio Artesh Zebenato Jr., Roni Habib Stefan, Neil Berry, Flavius Constantine Panescu, John Achilles Bauzard, Benjamin B., Aditya Jyotish Pillai, Adrian Daniel Poss, Callan Reed Cunningham, Vince Lee, Anson Chow, Anna Magdalene Tekla Whitford, Kelsey Lane Marks, Alex Pham, Jem Coches, Ananya Munish Kumar, Rihanna Shaw Brownell, Caitlin Gibson, Catherine Ann Hudacek, Elizabeth Caroline Shoup, Noel Thomas Verghese, William Tyler Neville, Melissa Lucht, Priyanka Hina Shaw, Abby Deneka, Chu Wen Jung, Leif Gabriel Anderson, Brian Chen, Kyle Robert Cleveland, Braden James Thorne, Sierra Von Werenberg, Lindsay Rose Maines, Paige Toller, Kathleen Devlin, Mihir Kosmalkar, Anna Alali Trivoli, Samuel Jason Tejasukmana, Wilson Alejandro, Mark Vincent Hammond, Kelly Tui Young Tran, Karen Natania Lonto, Kiara Putri Nursalim, Destina Chi Seren, Millicent Mary Frances Warner, Ritvi Raj Ravichandran, Andrew Julian Gunawan, Jackie Chen, Jimmy Wing, Thomas Lee, Dongyu Zhang, Zixuan Wu, Emily Yan, Ethan Francis Hyunjin Si, Ryan Milan Rishi, Gopal Ambalal Patel, Vikram Naidu Chodapanidi, Palin Chandra Bharadwaj, Meghna Priyam Duda, Chidobem Daniel Udejofor, Jason Shaker Katz, Bryce Alexander Sherwood, Hee Jun Choi, Jun So Kim, Lung Hao Lei, Caitlin Lauren Chung, Corey Richard Chianello, Theodore Ross Urick, Jody Lorraine Smith, Anna Lanier Johnson, Zachary Thomas Dearman, Joshua Martin Boisvert, Seneca Kai Stevens, Abigail Willis, Juliana Marie Manarelli, Andy Zong, Alexandra Nadini Ramotar, Mitali Gupte, Manikandan Krishna Venkatesh, Jaran Kong, Claire Mintan Tran, Akil Gundra, Peter Duk Tran, Irene Jerish, Oliver R. Thornhill, Elijah Hans Ballou, Michael Ian Rizzo, Carolina Arcangel Ramos Ocasio, Zachary Amir Khan, Jeffrey Walker Wilson, Sophia Griffith, Pablo Cuevas, Amanda Raffier Moda, Anushka Chalmeti, Ananisa Louise Conley, Naveen Senthil, Akul Chenakesabin, Ochogi Omat, Yi Shin Hu, Anthony P. Biroses, Amy Elizabeth Petrie, Suraj Idara, Parth Varshney, Adisalam Abara Amecho, Adrian Alexander Cruz, Evren Basharan, Gabriel Gotterman, Daniel Alexander Errett, Anjali H. Patel, Camille J. Bennett, Pari Goyle, Emma Elizabeth Carmichael, Rebecca Noel Soller, Arnab Ishan Day, Jana Bourne, Han Jong, Nidhi Shah, Kavya Venkateswaran, Kea Parikh, Akash Ethan Shiri, Astrid Mali Dirkswager, Jin Saleo, Alex Odom, Eric Wayudi Zilasco, Adaya Moabasi Ruth Udo, Nikita Shakraichuk, Valeria Rubinova, Jack Edge, Jeremy Ju-young Jung, Ma Yi Chen, Matthew R. Gray, Max Schoenfuss, John Taylor Ferguson, Carson Scott Thaler, Vishal Ratchapudi, Jared McCall, Ria Shaw, Nikita Shailaja Ragam, Himani Hendre, Divyashri Gunasekaran, Harshit Sai Gutta, Shay Vitelai, Tejas Murtipati, Arish Varani, Sahas Kistamar, Vivek Kumar Chandru, Rohan Raghav, Noah Zachary Joseph, David Tien Nguyen, Jordan Alexander McClinton, Theodore Miller Barrett Goldenberg, Alexander Hall, Hayden Campbell Johnson, Edwin Hernandez Romo, Ethan Solomon Bender, Joshua Richard Adair, Alexander Lutsenko, Mitchell Sharad Ned Carney, Arda Yeet Kanla, Noel Christian Carroll, Matthew Anthony Blackburn, Benjamin Liu, Ki Jong Park, Jessica Rose Allewine, Nick Kaylock, Amanda Tang, Olivia Ellen Johnson, Michael Bruce Harton, Mary Elizabeth Woodruff, Daniel Timothy Buckley, Emma Grace Hudak, Jose Antonio Carrascal Gomez, Ashka Dharmesh Patel, Simran Kaur, Ayushi Kalura, Mazuza Rahman, Shiza Chaudhry, Safa Gaya, Iman Zahir Udin, Yeji Grace Kwok, Cindy Wynn, Xin Yi Cao, Xiaopeng Wang, Xu Yang, Lilia Renee Bingham, Alakia Kaladindi, Jordan Sanchez, Juan Padilla Fuentes, Ryan Emadi, Krishna Maran, Joel Yeldo Jacob, Pranav Viswanatha, Devin Shumit Chatterjee, Charan Tiravidi, Anish Umridkar, Raina Fladel, Kaylee Brooke Clemmer, Megan Elizabeth McKenzie, Charles Camise Lindberg, William Tinotenda Anong, Gonzalo Morales Solorio, Sydney Abigail Oliver, Megan K. Janicki, Christoforos Kontomeris, George Sakalakos, Eli Jacob Nunez, Blake Dakota Hill, Harsh Ghanshyam Patel, Aaron Rick, Landon Blake Steins, Luke Joseph Hanks, Kachi Ferhaz, Melis Direk, Tanner Joseph Zagrodnik, Andrew Kahura, Akbar T. Sheikh, Siddharth Shaw, Mason D. King, Carl Brown, Aftan Bai, Inhu Her, Xiao Kun Xie, Pei Sun Zhao, Xiao Yuan Hu, Tong Hui Du, Zi Liu, Micah David Mers, Chuk Yin Lo, Jared Nathaniel Grinberg, Julian Manuel Franche Scher, Ronaldo Young Mock, Juan Andres Vasquez Grimaldo, Adit Sachde, Jason Yang, Denise Lara Gunason, Daniel Pierce Cooper, Alicia Francis Frick, Andrew Lewis Titus, Maya J. Baumbach, Filippo D. Benedetto, Oluwatomi Daniel Ajayi, Andrew Jacob McBurnett, Corey Jacob Meyer, Andrew Joseph Orr, James Alexander Jutras, Annie Elizabeth Keller, Thomas Owen Reed, Nicholas John Reed, Evelyn Phoenix Aurelia Ayers, Alex Andrew Jackson, Kung Hoon Win, Ming Tan, Tong, William T. Jewell, Jackie Lee, Callie Nicole Ingeman, Christo Kirilov Topolov, Julian Felipe Arbelayas, Nikita George, Jayanth Mauli, Shushant Guha, Eric William Masselink, Harry Aaron Schrager, Saad Mufti, Mateen Ahmed Jangda, Naved Abid Hussein Momin, Haris Syed Ahmed Jalani, Abdul Rahman Arif,
Ibrahim Saeed,
Morgan Brown, Sydney Taylor Mudd, Jordan Royale Jones, Lauren Nicole Korsnick, Ryan Warner, Christopher Spencer Meyer, Luke Widener, Chang Hoon Lee, Hee Jun Jun, Jae Tong Kim, Yash Venkataraju Kulkarni, Karthik Paramaswaran, Indraja Gonella Chatterjee, Yash Ashok Pichadia, Philip Ivan Cooley, Barish B. Baduri, Christopher Andrew Barbieri, Isaac Reed Gridley, Taylor Lynn Philissette, Allison Marie Doer, Nicole McClelland, Lindsay Southard, Margaret Christine Clutter, Blake Nicholas Badger, Sonia Sharma, Benjamin Thomas Zabriskie, Martin Jacob Pasut, Vikram Kaushik, Kevin Swami, Adonis Michael Lisandru, Vincent Wu, Rahul Joseph Das, Yuzhou Chen, Xing Yu Gong, Kai Shi Chen, Arthur White III, Bong Lu Wei, Jillian Karin Foltz, David Alexander Repp, Ansley Scott, Angela Aaron Stefanowitz, Madison Olivia O'Carroll, Dennis Zubov, Jason Venceslavov Lazarov, Lee Edward Greiner, Madeline Vergara Barbie, Lucille Violette Dentis, Walker Habib Khan, Camden Rhodes Eck, Jack Anthony Labadia, Bao Phuc Nhung, Michael Jacob Mendelson, Brandon Junming Chan, Michael Meng, Santiago Monje Calderon, Tomas Zichi, Felipe Mehrhofer, Sebastian Arduz Moyano, Marco Antonio Gonzalez Quint Garafulik, Sebastian Andres Bonet Remedios, Hector Gabriel Collazo Melendez, Samuel Alzate Carvajal, Enrique M. Carrasco Perez, Andrea Valentina Dorbesan, Maria Fernanda Torres Raymer, Braxton Bryant Wanamaker III, Stephen Alex Sawatzka, Ashley Sloan Wilds Jr., Rohan Bagade, Jonathan Porter Hill, Hiromi Michael Yoshizaki, Aiden Lyons Peck, Devin Reed Parks, Devansh Singh, Joshkaran Singh Brar, Jana Allison Shade, Cameron Hughes, Gabrielle Hannah Calderon, Devin Stewart Kelsey, Abby McCollum, Ryan Anthony Johnson, Olivia Grace Gaitone, Mary Grace Carr, Marin Eve Laval, Brooke Mackenzie Weaver, Deborah Ruth Kitzler, Kendall Reed Vi, Caroline Dana Harpool, Caroline Tanner, Pauline Yakubovich, Maggie Jong, Amanosi Nalini Mikey, Vivek Paluru, Shaden D'Souza, Allison Christian Yan, Hong Ray Teo, Adrian T. Ung, Rachel Sua Lee, Amy Monica Yoon, Summer Chen, Chan-hyuk Kim, Su-young Yoon, Hannah Cho, Ji-hoon Jong, Hannah San, Jeffrey Shao, Aparoop Sai Mutiala, Desmond Lou Delaney, Alvaro Pelayas, Hunter James O'Neill, Clara Michelle Molnar, Henry Patrick Alongway Thibault, Emma Maria Copeland, Ashford Sanders Bennett, Ted Walk, Albert Xiang Tang, Adelia Mowena Dunya, William Anthony Pleasant, Caitlin Elizabeth Hitchcock, Samuel Dixon Hodges, Sarah Parks, Victor Daniel Alfaro,
Anthony Zhu.
Purna Protiti Shaha, Yu Xiao Wu, James Jacob Whitfield, Adrian Stellian Duke,
Varun Mandaika.
Isabella Maria Larson, Shane Sharish Goswami, William Hui Hao, Shay Vitelai, Samuka Jabate, Heng Chi, Matthew Spiker, Amanda So-yeon Lee, Iris Kim, Nathaniel Dobson III, Maxim Khanmamadov,
second. Will all graduates please rise? Upon the recommendation of the faculty of the Georgia Institute of Technology and by authority of the Board of Regents of the University System of Georgia, I now confer upon each of you a degree with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto appertaining. Now, you know what day is today, right? So my friend Albert Reeves has let me use his lightsaber. I have two, actually. So now, graduates, to symbolize your achievement, you may move the tassel on your mortarboard from your right, which is my left, to the left. And this signifies that you're done. Congratulations! May the 4th be with you. So one last request for you is we ask that the graduates remain standing as the President's Party recesses. Then I invite all of you to join in the singing of the greatest fight song of all time, the Rambling Wreck from Georgia Tech. And all graduates should remain in their seat until the conclusion of the fight song. Thank you for joining us, and have a wonderful, wonderful day.
O sons of Tech, arise, behold the banner as it reigns supreme. For from on high the white and gold waves its triumphant gleam. The spirit of the cheering throng resounds with joy revealed. Brotherhood in praise and song, in memory of the days gone by. O Scion of the Southland, in our hearts you shall forever fly. I'm a rambling wreck from Georgia Tech and a hell of an engineer. A hell of an engineer. From Georgia Tech, like all the jolly good fellows, I drink my whiskey clear. I'm a rambling wreck from Georgia Tech and a hell of an engineer. Well, if I had a daughter, sir, I'd dress her in white and gold, put her on the campus to cheer the brave and bold. If I had a son, sir, I'll tell you what he'd do. He would yell to hell with Georgia, like his daddy used to do. I wish I had a barrel of rum and sugar 3,000 pounds, a college belt to put it in and a copper to stir it around. I drink to all good fellows who come from far and near. I'm a rambling, gambling, hell of an engineer. Hey!
Spring commencement. Guests, you will meet your graduates outside. Students, if you're on the floor, exit behind the stage. Students on the floor will exit behind the stage. Students in the stands, you will exit out the tunnels. Student in the stands, out the tunnels. Floor, behind the stage. Stands, through the tunnels. You'll meet everyone outside. Thanks and have a great afternoon.